All right, welcome back. Been a minute. Um, we left off. You were all heading up past the. You dealt with the cougar. It's kind of following you all around, and I believe the last thing was goblins shooting at a nasty bat-looking thing. Correct? Is that what
Mm.
everybody remembers?
Remember the goblins?
Do you remember this picture? Does anybody remember this picture? If not, I'm going to roll back time for a moment and walk you back
I
into
do. I
it.
missed the picture.
Yeah, what
Yep.
picture?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
Oh, okay.
That
Oh
is
yeah,
my
I
bad.
remember him.
Okay. So you all strolled around the corner, came up from where Goblin Runner is here, through kind of some dilapidated scaffolding, makeshift into the wall thing. Uh, and you start coming around the corner and you see a bunch of goblins and a hobgoblin uh, touting off some shit, and they start shooting, and the next thing you know, these nasty little bats come looking things start flying at them. You all have an opportunity at this moment to either engage by you could try charging in, or you can launch some projectiles, or you could just let the goblins deal with the bats, because we're talking about, you ever see a swarm of bats just going through something and trying to pass over, and they're going to wreak havoc on the way like a stampede does.
No, but I can
So they're
imagine.
not actively attacking them; they're just flyby.
Right, but they're going to fly through and cause damage. So you have an opportunity either to just let shit happen, or maybe pop off a few bats, or these albozas, and that's what I'm leaving it to you, because you're literally walking into this situation. It's turned into kind of a combat time. And what do you want to do? Do you want to aim at a few pop shots, throw something at any of them, or you just go ride and hope to God that they don't come your way, or do you want to try to charge in? Like, how do
I'm
you
gonna
all want
turn
to
to the
handle the
goblin.
situation?
Or goblin that's escorting. Are those good to eat?
Uh, Good question. I guess we'll have to find out on his.
Oh, I
He
can't
doesn't
even
know.
talk to the goblins, so never mind.
Well, yeah, and we'll also start stepping into combat time, so you don't have time to actually ask that question. The event will happen too quick. Like, y'all are going to get one round. That's my quandary. Because your passive perception made enough common sense for you all to assess. You could probably get some pot shots in, or just let them fly through. What do you want to do? And it's all individual thinking at this point. So,
Well, we know what the
ready?
rogue's gonna do.
Yeah, stand back there and circle jerk people's thoughts.
He's gonna go himself and just wait and watch the humans die.
That's what I figured was gonna happen.
So
I would just say crouch
you're not
down
gonna
and
help it.
walk. Crouch down
All right.
and go.
What's that?
Oh,
What'd you roll for?
I was moving my mouse. I didn't hit that.
Okay. The Alabros are flying from this direction to this hallway. They're not heading north or south. They're heading westward in their direction. It, it yeah. You don't know how many are going to go through, but they look nasty. You see the torchlights and them firing at them. So, Rennie, do you want to throw anything at them, or are you just gonna let it all happen? Because you're
Walk through?
kind of
See what
up in front.
What?
Like you could get some blow dart action off if you wanted to. I was trying
Oh.
to
Yeah. mhm,
not.
Whatever. No, that ain't happening. Not longer. No, I'm just gonna kind of go and see what happens to try to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait.
You could.
I get to.
Are you? Do you want to run up there and actually try to attack him, or do you just want to shoot at a few? 'Cause you're gonna have
Nope.
one round, so just
Nope.
pass your turn.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, Kamars, did you want to pass your turn, or are you gonna launch any projectiles at any of them?
Yeah, I'm just gonna pass my turn.
All right, Ori, did you pass your turn?
He wants
Or are you gonna
something
take a shot?
I'm
Well, let me ask.
I'm taking a shot.
All right, take a shot. All right. I'll put one out there so that you can take a shot at it. And Zish, are you gonna take a shot at one?
Yep.
All right. All I need you to do is roll an attack and connect, and don't worry about the damage part. 12 AC.
26.
26, you hit. And how about you?
16.
Zish? You hit. Cool. All right. So what you end up seeing is that the Albaraz come through. So they do about half damage everything that they went through. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there was 8. There's 6 that pass through, and so only one goblin ends up dying from the effect. They start chilling out, and they turn and the hobgoblin steps forward.
I cast Spare the Dying on the one who went down.
Oh, well.
Did I just go into
How-
left field?
I was kind of thinking, how does Spare the Dying help something that just got razored to pieces? You know what? Yeah, it's okay, so you wanted that's touch, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can make it there. So you step up. Roll a persuasion check for being not hostile looking. They don't know you, and Lizard Man running forward to Dead Goblin is not what they're thinking. So let's see how they perceive you. Because they just dealt with a flyby.
Well, I do speak Goblin, so I'm going to be saying friend.
All right, I'll
On
give
my-
you a +1 to your persuasion then, on top of everything. So get me a 13 or higher, and we'll go from there.
Go from there.
Ah,
Okay, they stalled you because they weren't worried, and
Yeah.
see, so that would mean another combat round. Try again. This would be like round. We're going into like round 2, round 3.
what?
I can't. What I'm saying is like they were too cautious that combat round to let you in, and they were kind of blockading you, not knowing what you're doing. And so you got your words out now to try to change your persuasion. So go ahead and roll your persuasion again. And if you make it this time, then you get to the goblin and you spare him. You didn't get to the goblin in time.
All right.
It's all
Oh.
good.
Spare the Dying is a 15-foot reach.
Yeah, you're also casting a spell.
Yeah.
15-foot
No,
reach.
I'm just noting that it's a that changed between editions.
Okay.
I thought it was still a.
We'll
touch
say in the future. We'll say in the future that we'll have to remember that. So, orchestrated of the events basically is you tried to rush forward. They just got attacked. They're like, "Who's this person?" You tried to look non-threatening. They came in. They kind of blockaded you. You couldn't get line of sight on the goblin, and then you were trying to point over there. They started to break away because you got an 11 this time. And when you tried to cast your spell at a distance, he didn't make his death throws.
Yeah,
and
that is entirely reasonable. I wasn't even certain
so,
whether it would.
yeah, because I mean, it would have been he died. It was a shock to his system because half damage and then full damage. So he would have started off as 1 on his tracker, and yeah.
And I never got more than 2 rounds. But yeah, that's I was not necessarily expecting, but I figured I could try.
No, it's good on you. You kind of set the mood standard for the hobgoblin, so they're kind of less cautious about you. So the hobgoblin pretty much looks at you all, and he starts talking kind of common to you all. He sounds more like a farmer than anything, and that's where we'll start.
Leave it to the lizard to pick a fight.
Okay.
I'm trying to channel the hobgoblin. They're just kind of silent, standing there, looking at you like, "Who are you?" They're waiting for you all to make the first move and talking.
Oh, we can't move. Pause.
I gesture our guide forwards.
No, I mean like in the conversation. They're just like, "Who are you?"
We're visitors. We're hoping to negotiate with your leader.
You need to get a hold of the sheriff. That guy's up ahead. Why?
How far up ahead is the sheriff?
Don't right know. If you go up and I came from west, and I was told to go this way, and I think it kind of loops around or something, and he went northish with the other deputy and the retired sheriff, and I'm guessing they told me to get to like right here and just kind of stay put. But other than that,
So you know as much as we do.
that'd be the case. Is that Glix? I'm not gonna jump back. The Glix pipes up, and he's like, "Yeah, it's me, Glix," and blah, and they kind of carry on a conversation for a brief bit, and it gets kind of summed up with he understands a little bit more of who you guys are, sort of. but he doesn't look like he knows what's going on anyways. So do you guys want me to stay here, or you want me to go? Which boss am I following at this point? I was just here to kind of help these little gobbies out. One of the goblins in the background. Stop calling us gobbies. I'm a gobby. No, you fucking idiot. No, gobbies. Goblins. Oh, my name's Gobby.
That would be.
He just rolls his eyes like, ugh. I want to go back to the farm. I'm not even supposed to be working today.
Joke's on you, buddy.
Apparently, right? If it wasn't for my brother, the deputy, I wouldn't even be listening to the sheriff and I'm back at my farm anyways.
Well, it sounds like you have great respect for your cousin?
Brother? Your cousin brother?
Uncle?
I lost track at some point. We all look the same. He looks like he's literally you get the impression he's joking. Like he knows that that's not true, but true to some people.
True to outsiders like us.
They all look the same to me. Oh, look, it's another person full of gear and pointy sticks. Are they angry at me or are they going to play nice? That's about what it is. Threat, no threat. Oh, no threat? Okay, good. Come on in. I got some shitty wine in the back. But yeah, y'all want me to go? I could stay here. Or y'all need me? I really don't want to be right here right now, anyways.
They leave him here.
Yeah. We got enough mouths we're trying to feed.
Well, you guys have been sort of collecting goblins, and the goblin runner has been dragging them back to the other thing. So,
Oh, yeah.
as a DM question, not as the hobgoblin question, is are you going to tell these guys to go with them and the goblin runner sends them back? Or are you going to just leave them here clueless for eventually them to figure it out themselves? That's
clueless.
I'm asking the players which one. Okay. So 1 for clueless. Okay, 2 for clueless.
3 for clueless.
I mean, having a
Because I can't understand, and I have no clue what's going on.
The hobgoblin's talking to you in common.
Oh.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
whole
just leave 'em here
conversation
clueless.
everybody hears.
Yeah, just leave him here clueless.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like y'all's group think. Like, do whatever you want, right? Is that the kind of persona he gets?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all be safe. You said your name was Guy. No, mine's Tommy. Fucking get the fuck out of the way. They're trying to get through. Unless you want them to be the next threat. Okay. So they get out of the way. As a DM, I don't even know which one's Gobby or Tabby. They step outside. Sure, right? And they just continue monitoring for more of those little things. Glick steps by and So yeah, let me bring you all forward to the next scene. Since I have to, let's just move the main characters for right now and play. Everybody else can play catch up as needed. All right, you get a little ways down the hallway, and then you hear some thrashing and some. How do you say it? Someone sounds like they're being it sounds like a goblin being abused and cowering, and something just beating the hell out of something coming down the corner straight ahead of you. And you got a passage to the left, passage to the north, and then outside back to the mining area. So trying to find a goblin pass. What do you want to do? Investigate or avoid?
I still say we got too many mouths to feed. Let them get beat.
Keep going. We got things to get done.
All right.
Can't just clap at every single thing we see.
As you clear around this corner, you see a bugbear beating the absolute fuck out of a goblin unnecessarily. I'm just telling you the scene. Like, you see the goblin get backhanded and sprawled, and he's just literally doing that. Like, Glick steps over here, and he's just like, he knows he can do nothing. It's a bugbear. Do you
I'm gonna
yell
walk up
stop
to him
that?
and grab his arm as he's going to punch him.
Okay. So you walk up behind him. Do a grappling check.
Somebody roll that for me.
Okay,
Sure.
what's your modifier?
Jesus.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm deaf now.
You're good. I'm sorry. What? You're what now?
What's his modifier? Do you know what his strength is?
I'm sorry. What was your question? Oh, give me a second. I'm going to bring up Kamar's sheet and give you rights for today. Figure ownership. And Nemo, I'll set to owner. Save. You should be able to see his character sheet now, right? If you click on actors and you click on the folder player stuff, you should see whoever you could see.
And it's Kamara?
Yep.
Kamar's. Do you see the folder?
Yep.
Okay. By the way, if I hadn't said this last time, you can right click, let's say the chat window, and it'll pop it out inside the thing so you can see any of those tabs individually. So yeah, roll him a grapple attack. And Kamara, I'll relate the scene to you as this is happening. You see the bugbear just backhand the guy across the room. This guy's been taking non-lethal damage and he's at 1 hit point. And the bugbear is speaking common at him. And what you catch is that this goblin ate his food, even though and then he regurgitates. I'm not going to go into actual dialogue. I'm just going to give you the summary of it. because you're just walking up, getting ready to grab him, right? And you get the impression that the goblin ate food because it was starving. However, the bugbear didn't like it because it was his food for later, and it was supposed to be his snack. Yeah, you caught his right arm, and he turns around to look at you, in disgust that he got stopped. What do you say to him? And then roll intimidating.
How
Hmm.
about I
Give
turn
me-
you into food?
Okay, roll intimidation.
There we go.
Or roll his intimidation for me there, Zish.
Okay.
Hey, who are you guys? He backs down for a bugbear standard.
Is it really worth it?
He needs to know
Come
that he
on.
shouldn't. That he needs to know that he shouldn't have known. My food, not his food. Roll another
You're beating
intimidation
on
check.
pace now. Come on.
Roll another intimidation check. Get advantage with it. Prove your case. Yeah, no, you bully the word. You
Bully
get him to stop bullying. Is what I'm getting at. Like he's pissed off that he couldn't prove his point. Fine. He's like, he takes his things and he throws his food. The goblin goes over there, snags it, and then just runs the fuck past you.
Rude.
He's speeding to all things, and he's so courteous about his running past you that you blinked and he was gone. Like for you, it's like, dude, stealth past me. How? The bugbear just goes and just sits down in the dirt and mopes around. Congratulations, you get 100 experience.
Yeah.
You want to? Do you need to teach him any more lesson, or or are
Oh,
you
he's
good?
good.
Okay. It looks like a dead end in that room, and that's it. The goblin did drop a bag on the floor as he was running
Pick up the
past
bag.
there. In the bag was a ruby. It's a rough gem, probably about worth 50 silver, easy. I'm not going to go into quality right now because we'll roll it out later, but it looks like a ruby. It was in this little tattered bag that he had.
Eh,
So,
I just put it away.
okay.
Can somebody add that into my inventory?
Or write it down. Rough ruby.
Worth 50 silver.
It's still silver to note is pretty much our gold standard, sort of, kind of at the moment, until you guys get to a gold standard. Glix looks kind of thankful, and he spits out a wad of his chew onto the ground. And you see the weirdest event happen. The goblin runner comes up and he looks at the ground and he sees the chew on the ground, and they start getting mad at each other. And so you see Glix pick up the chew he just spit out, and he dusts it off and hands it to the other goblin runner, and he starts chewing on it.
What?
Oh, oh no! Oh.
And the goblin runner
my
slaps Glix upside the head as if he knew better. He shouldn't be doing that. So yeah. Carrying on, he goes around the corner with fresh chew in his mouth.
Mm.
You guys are gonna hate me later.
Later.
Okay. You're going through this hallway for a while. Unless you want to stop and explore the dirt. Until you come across a scene. I'm gonna put you all the way close enough to it. Jared de Luth, you and everybody, Jared de Luth, roll your stealth. Not at an advantage because you're going to be the party stealth. Okay, you all see you first roll me a history, Jared de Luth. A history check. Yeah, you hear the sound of an kind of an accent of what would be drow, and you perk up, and you're like, you all shut the fuck. I got the lead type persona all of a sudden, and who wants to be up there with Jared Luth for the conversation? I mean, everybody's going to hear it, but I mean, who wants to be up front with him?
I will.
All right. You all have the lead. Jared Luth, you pull Glix quietly back so he's not up there. And you are right there. So there you go. Okay. So let's show the scene. I got the wrong fucking. I gotta fix something real quick before I unvisit or make it visual.
Before you unvisit.
Unvisit, yeah, unvisit the unvisual. Stop hiding it. I had to go find it. Okay, good. Now make that visual. There. Poof. Now let me get my journal. I'm going to share the conversation with you, and we could just read along, and I'll read it out loud. Kind of getting away from the AI shit stuff, because people can do it themselves.
Because AI only does so much.
Well, it doesn't. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just kind of wanting to get a little less technical for now. Save it for like it's just a lot of work for little games, and either way. Sorry, it's hard to see this because I got a glare from this Airbnb area. All right, the party rounds the bend. Ahead, fucking. I see. Like the sun just decided to be even worse and glares on my fucking thing. And this. There we go. All right. The party rounds the bend. Ahead in a wide junction chamber, they see they see the spectacle. A tall, sharp-featured drow woman stands flanked by three blooded drow warriors. Bloodied, sorry, drow warriors, barely restraining a massive flaying bird beast of sorts. Rennie, roll an animal handling. And Kamar. I'm sorry, not animal handling, nature. So I need Kamar's nature check and I need Rennie's nature check. Meanwhile,
Alright,
opposite of them,
uh,
just find it and roll it. I'm going to keep talking.
Yeah.
Nature check. Opposite of them, a squat hobgoblin with a sheriff's badge, and four nervous goblins clutching spears stand at awkward attention. Neither group has noticed the party. Okay, you're struggling to figure out what bird it is. Trying to keep the sun out of my eye to see this. If you could roll Kamar's nature check when you get a chance there, Nemo. The lead drow, with a voice sharp as a blade. We lost 7 runners, deputy. 7. I've seen owlbears cause less chaos. These flightless beasts attacked without warning, clawed through tents, trampled supply lines. You know what it's like to wrestle one of these monsters? And the deputy is like, can't say I do, man. I just shovel pig slop and chase gobos. I ain't never had bird problem till now. Glances nervously at the bird. No, neither of you know what kind of bird it is. The drow lady snaps. Now my sulfur shipments are late. Now your runners are missing. Now I come to report the delays, and I find your goblins squatting in the Draugr tunnels like squat toads. She looks like she's huffing to try to come up with some derogatory something. You're not even trying to move them out. You're helping them settle in. The gobos, I'm sorry, Krug, I haven't identified their names, but you get the point. The deputy, Gobbies got nowhere else to go. Bugbears treat them rough. Farmers won't have them near the pigs. Draugrs won't listen to nobody, least of all me. And then there's these slime blobs that just showed up more than usual. The whole pack going sideways. Nearby goblin, I told you the oozes came from Grob's socks. No, it's because you farted in the sulfur crates. And they're going off on their own little tangent. Then the drow lady, just icy glare, ignoring the goblin's nonsense. I don't care who farted. My shipments are stopped. My forces are wounded. And now your immigrants are about to drag me into a full war with the Draugr. Fix it. The Krug rubs his temples like, yeah, working on it. Some days should have stayed in pig pens. At that point, the bird lets out an ear-piercing screech, and you look over and you notice the drow in the background are wrestling in the dark with some bird. Both of you roll animal handling. Nature one more time. And now that you have more of a clue, I'm going to drop it down from a 20 to an 18 as a check. Not you. Not oh yeah, you're rolling for Zish. I need you to roll for Kamar's.
Oh.
You're good. And Rennie, I need you to roll one.
Yeah, I don't know nothing. Can I help them to restrain it, though?
We haven't gotten to that part yet. This is around the tunnel, around the bend, and you're just hearing noise, but you realize they're struggling with something. And I got to finish ending the scene. I'm just seeing how much you know before it comes in the scene, and we roll forward. So Rennie, roll me a nature check. Meanwhile, all the goblins, you see them yelp and die behind Krug or wherever, and the drow warriors are barely holding whatever bird it is in the background down. And I need a perception check from Jared Luth. And goblin number 3 hiding somewhere. It's looking at me. It knows. It knows.
It knows what?
This is just goblins doing goblin things. You'll get to ask these questions in just a second, because you guys are going to have to figure out how you want to step into the scene. Whatever they're fighting, for drow to be struggling and to be bloodied by this bird, that's your perception is like, why are my drow having problems dealing with a bird? The scene ends. Players now have the players now have back control of the narrative. How do you want to enter into this scene?
I want to walk up to the guys that are trying to handle the bird and offer to help them.
Okay, well, you would have to cut through. I should ask Jared Luth first.
Oh.
And yes,
Yeah.
you'll get to do that then. I know what you're going to do, but Jared Luth, you're up
Okay.
there. You've got the point at the moment. And how do you want to enter into this scene?
I don't want to stab her in the
dealing
face,
with-
but yet.
Well,
you
drow,
can.
you know.
Yeah, well.
Also from your perception, you clearly are getting the understanding that the Drow's lady is trying. It has a. She's here on business to talk to the Draugr and to the Draugrs. However, she's pissed off that she's seeing hobgoblins and goblins here, because that's part of the reasons why they're getting attacked by birds when they went to go talk to the goblins.
So she's here for the Draugr, but
that's all I'm telling you. So how do you want to step into the scene, knowing that that's a drow female and the matria and all that kind of jazz?
Oh man, I gotta pick my brain.
That's why I was letting you get in some cultural art.
I have to be careful because I'm not a drow.
Right.
Yeah,
But
you're not a female.
No, but yeah.
Elves and drows don't get along.
Yeah, well, shadow elf and knowing what a drow is and knowing their customs and courtesies and knowing that you look like one, all that shit. You're the point. How do you want to handle it?
If you want to attack, I'll be with you.
Do you want to RP this? Do
So,
you want to just
first of all, I'm going to turn, tell everybody to keep their hands away from their weapons. Do not look at this woman at all. Keep your eyes downcast. Let me handle
Okay.
it.
I'll ask you, can I go help those guys?
Wait for my signal, and then yes, you can.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up.
Okay.
I'm going to keep my hands out to my sides because, unknown entity. Of course, approaching a female drow is very dangerous.
Good.
I'm gonna introduce myself. My name is Jar. I am a traveler here. I have no idea what's going on other than the Draugr are all dead, and these goblins suck ass. Birds suck ass. Can we be of
Well,
assistance?
first up, I think you gave too much. Let's get there. I mean, you're walking up at the scene and you're like, "Hi, I'm a traveler." I think that's going to spook them enough. So let me see
Yeah.
what their reaction is to that.
I'm gonna tell them I'm a traveler, but I'm gonna keep myself at a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Submissive
Non-threatening?
stance.
Got respectful, submissive, caution, D, all the above. Okay. I'm going to let you have advantage for the next 3 rolls dealing with this lady. Then. Okay, so she turns and looks at you, and so does the deputy. The 3 birds step. These goblins are off to the left, and they allow you to get this close to the conversation, and they're like looking at the goblin behind you. They're looking at the people with you. They're not reaching for their weapons, but she's like, "Who the fuck are you guys?" Visibly on her face type thing. And she's gonna let you get another line of speaking out. So give me another one line that you want to say to her. And she's giving you time to think your words carefully.
My name is Jar. I am a Shaddakai. Oh, how do I want to put that? You gotta be careful how you say it with a drow. Man, I hate you right now.
Do also remember you're in a different planar sphere.
That is true, and technically they wouldn't know what Shaddakai. So.
Or they might, but remember all the warnings when you came into the sphere. A lot of people have left their old behind, but they still got a lot of who they are. So you're good. You're good. So what is your? So you tell them your name. Roll me a persuasion, and we'll see how well she's receiving you. You get it with advantage. Or just roll again.
Is that persuasion?
Okay. You seem acceptable. She kind of puts one of her hands on her hips to talk to you, even though that's her weapon hip. And she looks at you. She's like, "Do you even know what the fuck's going on here? Or you just here because you're here?"
Dead Draugr, dead goblins, giant birds. I'm guessing business gone wrong.
So you don't know what the fuck's going on. Okay, I will. You're good then. Let me explain what's happening here because these fuckers don't know. You might know. I came here because my sulfur is not making it to the Draugrs. I got this nasty bird, and nobody knows what the hell is going on. Maybe you could settle this damn thing down. So that I could settle down. And you look around the corner and you see 3 drow trying to wrangle one bird.
I got a guy.
And she's like, "You got a guy? I got guys. Let's see if your guy is more guy than these Boys!
I'm just gonna look over my shoulder and just kind of nod in the direction of the bird.
Fuck it, send in the woman too.
You guys got this.
Are we helping the
Great.
pretty lady now?
Woo! Birdie!
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you all can go help the birdie right now. So let me bring you up into there. You guys need to roll individual grappling checks. You're gonna have to grapple this bird down. You won't have flanking till one of you succeeds. And these three drows look bloodied, tired, and they look like they're about to lose control of it. So the first thing I'm going to let you do is have a nature check. Now that you have clear line of sight to try to beat a 14 now on what the hell it is. And if you can get the nature check, I'll give you advantage on one of your grappling checks. Nope.
The bird.
Fucking Christ.
It's a big bird.
Okay.
Because
So
I'm not
you guys
rolling
just
that,
go
I'm
into
not getting these
wrangling
rolls.
then. Y'all, did you want to take that free reroll once, or save it for later?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, so I'll let you get that one free reroll in there for the nature check.
Come on.
Wow.
Nope.
Oh, fuck you.
Hey, if it was meant to be, it would be. So what we have here is you guys now need to do grappling checks. You need to wrestle this bird down. Both of you need to succeed in order to get into the next part of the round. So roll for grappling, both of you.
Why
Grapple
could I
check.
not try animal friendship first?
Not yet. That's a spell. What's the cast time on it? And it really, it's only gonna, if I'm not mistaken, huh?
Duration is 24 hours, but
Right, but read off the spell because it's a hostile bird. If I'm understanding of the spell, it only,
Yeah, it can't be hostile.
and right now it's hostile.
Yeah.
If you guys could get it to a neutral state, definitely. So keep, you're right. Keep that in mind, though. So you're working with the situation you got. Roll grappling. What is that? Attack, strength. I don't deal with grappling too much. I know it's opposed strength rolls, so
If you click strength, you should be able to.
athletics, or whatever it is. Yeah. Okay. So you got your 14, Rennie. And if I'm wrong and I find it out later, I'll figure it out and I'll be better for it.
no, God, no.
All right. So round one goes down. You haven't gotten to the flanking part. You all take one non-lethal damage. Try again.
Okay.
Trying to wrestle this bird. This is just an event. I'm not trying to go down into actual mechanics.
Okay.
All right. Kamar's got it. Roll that. You got it. Okay, now you have flanking. Cool. So Rennie jumps around to a different side, and you all have flanking on the bird. It's starting to figure out which way. The drows are letting go of the rope. Kamar's got a hold of the other rope. Roll your athletics again, and now you have it with advantage. Okay. Kamar. All right, cool. You've almost got this bird pinned into a position. One of you got the wings down, the other's got tight rope and is trying to subdue it. You all took no damage this time. Again, one more time might actually do it. You got advantage. Go for it. You just need to beat. All right, Rennie's got it. All right, you do the old Star Wars wrap around, get it down, tie the hawk, flip the bird, all that shit. And off in the distance, you hear the drow go, "You fucking male!" She's just so pissed at her own guys. Like, it took. Why can't you be like him or her? Well, you can't be like her because she's better than you. But that's not the point. Where can I get more of you? And they're just pissed. Roll a nature check. You need to beat a 10. You've got this bird dude. Kamar's got it finally. Kamar's like, and Rennie, you after handling us, you figured out it's a fucking emu.
Terrifying.
They are
At least I'm not Australian.
hard. They are
There you go.
hard to wrangle.
At least I'm not Australian.
Somebody I know wants to get one of these.
So you're saying my drow are now Aussies, right?
Yep.
Some Aussie's going to see this one day going, they fucking didn't.
Somebody I know wants one of these.
No, I want an ostrich, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but I'm good.
Yeah,
I still haven't got my goose. Okay. So what you have here is a failure to succeed.
Seriously.
She looks. The drow lady looks at you, Jerry Luth, and goes, "At least you're fucking competent," and hands you a scroll and said, "Give this to the lead drogger. I'm done. He knows where to find me. I'm going to sit right here for a moment and try not to strangle a few people. Don't worry, the letter just is my." And she opens it up and looks at it, and you see it's just a manifest of and sulfur and all that kind of stuff, and that's it. It's and hands it to you. It's like, give it to the lead drogger. And
I can strangle these guys for you if you want, pretty lady.
You might have to, because she
might
just
accidentally kill them.
She's just so livid. She just storms off. They scoot to the side. She walks back, and you just see her like fucking elbow the shit out of one of the guy's noses, and just and
I laugh and like, ooh, that was a good one.
and you hear it go, why can't I get fucking real men? And they just kind of wander off for the time being around the corner. You have a hog-tied bird of some sort, and it's calmed down some. You could try to do your animal stuff to try to calm it, and if you could get one of your animal handling skills in, either of you, I'll allow animal friendship to happen. You're gonna have to beat, we'll say a 15. That's about fair. No advantage, just both of you roll animal handling, and see if you can get this guy into. Okay, you're good. Okay, between you two, Kamar's got it down. Roll. Go ahead and do your animal friendship. What does that do? Read off the spell.
I'm not wanting this thing if I friend it.
Just let her get through there.
Hold on. Display. Hey, Let me do it, damn it. And do displays in chat. And it won't do it.
I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't like it. Is there a dislike button?
Right.
Alright, basically, all it is I'd like to convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you can see within range. It must see and hear you. If the beast's
Okay.
intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed
Oh my
by
god! Did you
you
say
for the
so? You
spell's
said
duration.
4 or higher?
Yeah. Yeah. So I said it didn't have to be very smooth.
4 or higher, right?
Yeah.
So it means it has to be a 1,
got
2,
a
or
3.
3.
Yeah.
So it has. Guess what the intelligence of an emu is?
2.
4.
I wouldn't be dragging. It's 4.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, they were smart enough to win a war. I guess so.
Alright. Well, alright. Poof.
So you try to do your animal friendship, and you realize that this bird is a little bit smarter than it is. So it didn't. It wasn't offended by it. It kind of looked at you like, and I will allow you to. Well, let's just play out the rest of the scene. So it's tied up. They couldn't get it into a position where it could be calm. You don't have to sit here holding and restraining it because you have it in a good enough
Okay.
roped compact position that the goblins are kind of like curious now. And the deputy's like, all right, wait. I'm trying to get the voice. Jumping between
Good.
characters and their mindset is not as fluent with me yet. So this goblin gets a little closer, and you see the bird like trying to smell and like trying to peck at the goblin for some reason.
It's a
Roll roll a perception check, you two, or everyone roll a perception check. Zish and Jared Luth, you have disadvantage. Rennie, you'll have advantage, and Kamar just normal roll. I need everyone to roll it. And Rennie, you have advantage. Perception. Kamar, you get the idea that it's trying to get at something the goblin might have. And Rennie, you start to realize that too. Something the goblin has, the bird wants.
What? Can I like investigate what's in the little guy's pocket?
If you want to roll investigation, I have a scene for you. You ready?
Okay.
Roll investigation first off, because investigation takes like a whole minute to try to figure out what's going on. You perceive there's something there. Okay,
Can
good
I
enough.
assist
Good enough.
her?
You don't need to. Don't need to. Okay, so the goblin gets up there. It's chewing its stuff, and it's like, and then it spits out the hawk. And one of the other goblins come over, and he spits out his hawk, and they swap their hawks, and they start chewing on each other's.
Gross.
Oh,
And the
God.
bird for some reason is just going nuts. Like it wants it too.
Ew. Ew.
Did they steal its eggs?
It's the it's whatever they're chewing on looks plant, not egg.
Okay.
It's hungry.
Hungry specifically for that?
Yeah.
anyways, you see this, and you see the birds wants whatever they're chewing on for some reason. What do you all do?
Ask them what it is they're chewing on?
Okay, ask it.
What is it you guys are chewing? And why do you keep swapping it out between you?
Oh, you don't know. So it. Uh, uh, I, see, you do this, and he just spits it back out, and the other guy's like, oh, I want one too, and he spits his, and they swap it again. And they say, you just do this. Glix steps up. I got you, ma'am. So what it is that this is this is brackleweed, and what brackleweed is we found out that like us goblins, we chew on it, right? And we get this. It's like God. There was something else, but you chew on it, we get a good feel from it, but and we found out that when we spit it out and we swap it, for some reason, between two goblins just swapping spit and stuff, we could slap it on. We could slap it on wounds, and it kind of heals us. But it only works if you like chew someone else's chew. And we also found out like if you could chew between like 10 of us, let's say. Oh, it's great shit. That is like super, but it kind of tapers off that. I mean, the chew and all that stuff. But that's what we're doing. Besides, it tastes better too once you swap it out, and you got the extra goblin spittle, and just what we do. It's a goblin thing. What do you want? And the deputies over there are like, I know it's a goblin thing. I know. It's disgusting. Yeah. I prefer the tobacco chewing, but so that's what they tell you.
So the emu wants that.
Is that all? One of the little guys spits it out and goes and hands it to the bird, and the bird just gets excited and like eats it out of its hand. And with that,
I know what the problem is.
It's hungry.
I
well,
think
the
I figured
emu-
out why they attacked your village.
Oh.
well,
Oh.
for what? Broccoli? That shit's everywhere. There gotta be more to it. If it was broccoli, though, like they came out of nowhere one day.
They were drawn
no,
to it.
but well, why is it still? Maybe. So hey, we got broccoli buddies. They ain't bad birds, baby. How y'all wrangle this? Teach me some handling. The goblins get close to you guys and are like, teach me how to ride the bird, which none of you know how to do.
I want to ride this thing.
It is you're too big for it. You have to be this small to be on that ride. The
I want to cut off its
goblins,
head and make Thanksgiving dinner.
Shoot,
maybe later. Maybe later. But okay, so the scene you all are presented with right now is you got a bunch of goblins, like 2-year-olds. They're trying to want to learn how to handle the bird because they're no longer scared of it. So, what do you all want to do? Try and teach him?
I don't know how to ride things.
But do you want to try to teach them how to handle the bird and let them figure it out, or do you just want to, like, what do you don't have to teach them how to ride it? Do you want to teach them how to handle the bird at least?
Yeah, why not?
Kamars?
I'm not like look at the bird and be like, "Mm, do you want this? You behave.
I mean, where are you sitting with that? You just want to let her? It's fine. You don't have to help her. I mean, or did you have like a different idea? Like, I just want to eat the damn thing. You just ate. You guys just had a huge ass badger fish. You guys are your characters have been like it's an hour
I'll help
later
her if
after
she wants it, but
stuffing.
that's as far as I'm going with this thing.
Okay. Zish, Jared, Duluth, do you want to try to step in any expertise on how you can help?
Kill it.
Yeah.
Kill it and
How
let
about- how
the
about-
goblins have it.
Oh, kill it! Did you say kill it?
Yep, kill it and let the
That's what he
goblins
said.
have it.
I don't.
Zish, are you gonna help him handle the bird, or are you just like you don't have to actually?
Don't
I'm just
care.
saying,
I
like,
don't know what this
Actually, I
thing
mean,
is.
I honestly
good.
like.
I'm trying to get player feedback. That's all I was trying to figure out, so I could set up kind of a scene.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with just. No offense to it, but I'll let one of you boys pull its throat and let's keep moving.
All right, so you all spend maybe like 10 minutes tops showing them how to try to keep a bird sort of, and you spend about 10 minutes trying to get the bird to not be um, to be a little less emu, I guess you could say,
There is no.
towards the goblins. So roll me. What do you want to roll to teach these people? Animal handling? Sure. Let's just roll animal handling. Roll animal handling. You got advantage because Kamar's helping. Okay, you succeed in teaching one of the goblins sort of kind of how to manage the bird. After about the 10 minutes, you're able to actually take the rope off. The emu's fine. Yeah, I like the brackleweed smell, it seems. And the goblins are now like trying to figure out how they can be, I don't know. They're doing goblin things with the emu, and the emu is not actually. It's like two peas in a pod. They're trying to learn how to talk to each other. Situation.
I'm glad this is not our planescape. I don't care what happens to this one.
So this isn't my planar sphere. I want none of it, and I want out of it as soon as I can. I thought it would be good. The spit swapping. I think I liked my last place. Is that about it?
Their magic is different. It's weird. I don't like it.
Okay. So the deputy Krug, K-R Krug, yeah, Krug. He's been watching the whole time. Glix and Krug have been kind of talking. Jerry, you've been Jerry Lutz and Zish, you've been half listening to them kind of relay what's you guys and what has been going on. The conversation y'all's ears kind of perked up about. There's something else that's happening too. Some slime blobs keep following the goblins as well. So, who wants to roll a history check? It can't be Zish. It can't be Zish right now. That's the only problem. Jared Luth, that would probably leave you since you were closest to the conversation then.
Oh, great. We're going to lose this one.
Yeah, you're gonna roll a nice one.
You sure about that?
I like that. You're going to roll a nice one and paused.
2.
I
I'm not
love
gonna
that.
speak up again then.
maybe not, pause. You haven't, you're not putting 1 and 2 together, so y'all could try
Can I
to
try?
solve it out of the box. Huh?
Can I try?
Well, you could try figuring it out without rolling. So, what do you all? What you get is a conversation between the two about slime blobs following goblins, and Glix and the deputy are like, they're just like they're talking about slime blobs and the emus and now the drow and the draugr, and none of them are figuring anything out. And what I just said is the amount of summary that you guys are able to ascertain before you all walk up from the bird stuff. So you can ask them questions, is what I'm saying.
I got some good news. I finally loaded in.
Awesome.
Yay.
So Krug is standing there. Glix is a clueless goblin. He looks over at you guys and he's like, "Well, I guess I gotta manage these goblins. The sheriff, you're gonna want to find the sheriff, or at least the retired guy. They're both running around. I'm just the deputy, so don't shoot me."
Yes, we'll shoot the sheriff.
We use you as ammo though,
As ammo.
and then you shoot it.
All right, so the scene is y'all's. This, what do you all do? Talk to him, walk on by.
That's why there's slimes following them around.
Well,
How long the slimes have
okay,
been
well, I
following
mean,
us?
like, actually ask me, like, I'm that character. Like, I'm Krug, and I'm just standing there.
Doug, why
like,
the hell is
looking
there a slime following you around?
They're not following me. They're following the goblins.
Why are they following the goblins?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. They just started appearing one day. One goblin's
about the
digging
same
its
time?
socks. What?
Is it about the same time you guys started chewing that weed?
No. We've been doing
Okay.
that forever. The birds just. So, as far as I understand it, what happened was the goblins were minding their own business, living in the grassland area over to our east. And the bugbears, and then there was us, and then we had the draugrs. We're minding our own business. I didn't know about the drow. This is news to me. Apparently, the drow and the draugr were trading shit. But the goblins would come over every periodically and help clean the slop out of the pig farms and all the stuff the hobgoblins were doing. And we just started kind of trying to be few of us deputies and helping out the situation because goblins, someone's got to stand up for them, or else who's going to clean out the pig shit? I mean, either way, one day the goblins just came storming, running. Like there's about a good 1,000-ish goblins, and they just were like on our pick. It's like y'all can't just live here. And we knew as hell that it couldn't go over the bugbear or something. But what started to happen though is like these oozes just started being more just there's more of them. You'd see one here and there, but now there was more of them. The birds, we don't know where the hell they come from, because mind you, it's been a few weeks that the goblins have been going through this, and the birds have just been there. They came from somewhere, and there's like a good 50,000 of these birds. I may be exaggerating. I'm not that great with math, but I do know what a lot more than just a lot of goblins looks like. And they just, it's like something just decided to, I don't know, they just moved in one day, and we'd never seen them before. And so the goblins they got moved out, right? And we were like, the Dragon's got a lot of land. You can't live here, and we moved them over there. We sent them that way, and as far as I know, our Troggers didn't want to have anything to do with it, so they came back to us. And then these blobs just, they weren't showing up again when they came back. We don't know why they were just being there, like showing up sometimes but not showing up others, so nothing was like connecting. So we're not certain what was missing during the different events. It's like the blobs are there this time, the blobs aren't there. We thought it was the broccoli, it wasn't the broccoli. That's all I got. Maybe the sheriff might know more, but
Where can we find him?
I believe he took a bunch of the goblins that went north. Or north.
Hey, following behind where the pissed off draw lady went?
No. You don't want to go that way. That way leads you into if you're trying to go to see some of the it goes underground more. It does have like this yeah, think about it. I think the trials are kind of sort of over there too, but it's like this Orsted. You could go to Orsted if you went deep enough that direction. You might need a map. I'm not certain, but oh yeah, sheriff's that way. Gotta be. He points this direction.
So the sheriff is towards Orsted?
No, to clear some up conjecture. Actually, no. Oh no, man! Behind you, the way the drow came, there's just a lot of paths, and it's not part of it. It leads further into the mountain, and under the mountain, and wherever. I know that many people use that pathing to get through. Instead of going over the mountain or around the mountain to Orsted, it's like the closest city-ish thing here, unless you want to travel for forever to get to someplace else. I think the closest things here, besides like if you go south, there's a bunch of bug people that have kind of like a little small thing and going on. And to the way north, there's like a bunch of gnomes doing their thing. But the biggest kind of settlement is Orsted near here. And from here, I know there's like 3 different ways to get there. I needed a guide or something. The one time I went to Orsted, sell my pigs at one point, and I just haven't. I've been a deputy since every time, and but yeah, I believe if you went back the way I came, you'd probably get to the sheriff. And I know if you went that way towards the drow, you'd either come out the other side or go down into the under the mountain area, and it's big underneath there. It took me a few days to get to Orsted under there. Of course, it would have taken us weeks to get over the mountain. You can't do that with pigs. Oh, I got to the free. He reaches over and he tosses a bag at you. Well, thanks. Who catches the bag?
Try catching the
Uh,
bag.
Who is he tossing it at?
yeah.
Whoever looks like they're ready to catch.
Jar just reaches up, snatch mine.
Is that what you
Okay.
do?
Joking.
I mean, sure, I've got the highest deck, so why not?
All right. All right. He tosses it to come on,
Sorry.
and you snag it out of there unless somebody wants to deck save over top of Jared Luth.
I let him
It's a
take it.
bag. It's a bag full of pig jerky. There's about enough for all four of you to have. Probably 6 of you to have like a day's worth of pig jerky, bacon.
Okay. All right, guys, which way do we want to go?
And if you open it and smell it, it actually smells good. It doesn't smell like a goblin did it.
Okay.
Doesn't smell like brackleweed situation.
Okay.
Just shoot.
Which way do you guys want to go?
Oh, we need to find the Draugr, apparently. Help that pretty lady out.
No, we gotta find the lead Draugr guy to take in the manifest.
What pretty lady?
He's got the hots for the drow chick.
Krug was like, "Excuse me, I'm gonna go make sure these goblins don't hurt themselves because I don't want to go find new goblins." And he goes over to here and babysits them.
Okay.
All right, you guys are kind of left alone. He said, "Okay, you have 4 directions you could go: this way, up north, back the way you came, or proceed down the direction that he suggested."
Well, let's just go the way he suggested. Why not?
Yeah. Let's go.
It's been very
All right.
interesting following these goblins around.
You say it. You can let us do something, you know.
Just trying to get you to the locations. I mean, if you all did it,
There we go. Cool.
There you
You
go.
go.
So you come across a high ridge area and you look down in here and you see off in the eventually in the distance. Let me see if what you guys actually see. Do you all see Big Zorn here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Whoa, what are you doing?
I'm putting you all at a point where you all would actually be able to. So you guys start traveling through a tunnel and it comes into this more wooden shaft area, and you're like kind of in a viewing tunnel, and down about 50, 60 feet over a drop off and into like this big digged area, you see a bunch of goblins and one hobgoblin trying to wrangle this large ass. Roll me an Arcana check. All of you. Rounds.
Jar for the win.
Cool. Let's see. This is what you see. And
That's one very, very angry little thing.
you all understand that it's a Zorn, and it's rather large for a Zorn. From what you know from Zorns, they like gems and they eat geodes and all those things. Um, there's not really an easy way for you guys to get down there and help. You can either sit here and watch it, or you can keep on passing by.
I think I missed something. What would it need help with?
Nothing.
Yeah,
You're just.
nothing.
I was just telling you what you're seeing down below in the pit and what's going on. A hobgoblin and a bunch of goblins fighting a down here. The Zorn. Did it not come up?
No,
I am not seeing anything. Well, I am
This.
seeing one of those things that pops up for a broken image.
oh,
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know why I did that. Let me just find one and just know that it's a dire version of it. Let's get the original then. Bam. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. That's down in the pit. And you see a hobgoblin. Um, it looks like it, it looks like they're doing fine and all that kind of stuff. And you guys are, like I said, up on a ridge going through like this wooden makeshift tunnel area that cuts around, and it just happened to have like a see down into the area viewing, like you're going,
platforms.
yeah, you're kind of going through. Do you ever go from like in a city, go from one skyscraper to another, and that bridge in between?
Oh, Skywalk.
Skywalk.
Yeah, skywalk. Imagine a skywalk that's not obviously in the sky, but a dirt walk, I guess you could say, because it kind of opens up to the down area, and you see them down there, and you could jump 50 feet down into it and help if you
No,
really want to, or just leave them alone and walk
no.
by. All right.
I'll stay up here.
Okay.
Let's pick up.
So I'll keep walking through the dark
Mm,
and passing through.
I just grab all of us. There it goes.
Okay. You get to an open over here, and you hear two goblins to your right. They sound like they're trying to. They're dealing with something, and they sound stressed out. I need Zish. You can roll with advantage. Everyone to roll perception. All right. Rennie, I need your perception check as you pass. Okay, good. All right. Let me tell you what happens when you all get to a certain spot then. Okay, Zish and Jared Luth, you get over here and you notice something in the sand over here. Meanwhile, Rennie and Kamar, you see ahead a hobgoblin that's been shredded by something, and two goblins are trying to perform life-saving techniques on a dead body. And a major scuffle up ahead. So you guys are in separate issues. So Rennie and Kamar, how do you handle your situation? Jared Luth and Zish, what do you have? What are you going to do with your situation? It's kind of like a sort of split the party situation. Who wants to go first?
We'll let
Which group
the human make the decisions on that end.
Well, I mean, like, do you two want to go deal with the hobgoblin situation, which was presented with you guys, or do you? Because it's two separate scenes. So whose scene am I going to do first? The Rennie and Kamar's or
Yeah,
Zish
do Rennie
and
and Kamar
Jared?
first.
Rennie and Kamar.
Okay.
Okay.
Glix comes around the corner. He runs over to the dying hobgoblin, and you hear him say, "Oh no, the sheriff's down!" And you guys come up. You don't know that Zish and Jared Luth are staring at something else at the moment. You'll find out why in a minute. There's nothing. Y'all can roll medical. That's what it is. Roll medical for a second. I can give you better. But both of you.
You mean medicine?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know medicine.
This situation is
Not
well,
human,
10 is all
very
you
good.
you got a 10. Rennie, he's clearly dead and shredded, and his body's still splurting, and so the goblins think that he's still alive, and they're trying to, like, they're swapping the whole thing. Nothing's healing the guy, but you can visibly see that there's no coming back.
Oh.
Glix runs over. He's like, "Give me some of that broccoli," and then they're starting to chew as fast as they can and try to do whatever life-saving techniques a goblin could.
I'm gonna try to convince them that he is gone as gently as I can.
All right. What do you say to them? They're goblins.
I don't even. Oh, wait.
Do you yell at them? Do you talk to them? I mean, they're panicking.
Go over next to him, kneel down. Obviously, see that he's gone.
So you do the calm approach. Roll me a persuasion. Their hysteria starts to die down, and they look kind of
Come on,
sad,
guys.
like,
It's okay.
well, we
You tried.
they look panicked differently now, because then they turn around and there's a problem behind them that they're now more concerned with.
What's going on back there?
Uh, it, it's big and it's you hear. Roll me nature check, both of you. Whatever it is, it's definitely insect. I'll say it again. Whatever it is, it's
What?
definitely insect sounding.
Oh, great. Gonna make us
God damn it.
something. It's probably gonna have freaking 8 legs on it.
And they start running off to help.
Great. Thanks.
I know this is going to be pretty bad, but I'm going to, like, what's on this body? He
Besides the
was the
sheriff,
sheriff.
Yeah, I was gonna
Besides
say
the
that's
sheriff,
not a bad thing. I mean, come on. Even I
besides,
was kind of curious what he had on him.
besides the sheriff's badge, the guy doesn't have anything special on him.
Just more of that Google weed.
Somebody needs to go tell the deputy that he's been promoted.
Uh, remember, well, there's two sheriffs. One's the retired sheriff, and then there's the sheriff.
Is this the retired one, though?
This is the
No?
sheriff, not the retired one.
Okay, so the deputy sheriff is now the acting sheriff.
We're getting over nitpickies right now, but yes, I was just giving you fed information of from what
Okay,
the
cool.
goblins are saying. That was the sheriff, but you also know that there's the retired sheriff that's helping. That's all I'm saying. And they said that both of them are this way. But anyhow,
What is this understood line?
Do we go try to help them, or do we go back to the group?
so right now we're kind of in a combat situation. The goblins ran forward, and they're like, and the last thing you heard is we need to move the boulder at least. And that's what you understood from the hacked common goblin both of you got. Something about moving a boulder.
Well, let's go help them move a boulder.
I'll go help.
Okay. Because it's trying to suggest that you're in combat time, technically.
Oh.
You move forward, and I will tell you what you see. So first off,
looks like
there is a giant boulder right here that was moved out of the way, and it's apparent that was moved out of the way, and the goblins are fighting something. And I'm going to show you here in a second. I'm just setting up the scene. The goblins are trying to fight something over here, and so they're not able to get unoccupied from the situation.
Oh, what in the... Oh, God.
I want it.
Oh, now you want one, huh?
I want this guy.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm joking.
You tame that thing. Have fun, buddy.
This thing
it's gonna die.
It's vicious. You see that it just bites through a goblin, and you could see that the goblin when it bites it, that's let me read this off to you.
It's in half.
Yeah, it's in half. It's gone. Combat time. Do-do-do.
just a second. Okay, here's what you see. It bites it and it stings it for a minute, and then just tosses the goblin aside, and you see the goblin filled with something now, and it's trying to get another one.
Oh,
Roll
good,
me
it's
a
very-
nature check, both of you, with advantage.
It's
You're looking for
making
17 or
babies.
higher.
Making babies.
It's exactly what you think back to hornets and some of the other things. It literally just
Making babies.
it just injected with a shit ton of eggs, to the point where, yeah. Aside from that, you see a giant boulder over here that you guys could easily, probably while the goblins are trying to occupy it, if you
Yeah,
can
I'm gonna put
get
the
it
boulder.
done in 2 turns. Okay. So you guys move over there, and you got helping hand. So Kamar, take the lead and give me a strength check. All right, you were able to push the boulder half.
We gotta do it again.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do it again. It wasn't
All
high
right,
enough to
keep
get
low.
it done in the first turn.
Keep home. Let's go. I
Um,
just say, wee!
one more goblin went to the wayside, and there you go. That's, you got it. You get the boulder in front of it. This guy goes away. Bloop. You both get 100 experience for the situation. The 2 goblins are
How do I
dead.
edit that?
One of the goblins got drug in there. There's another goblin over there. It's fuming. You inspect the body. It's obviously full of eggs.
I
You can
start
burn the
crushing it.
body. Yeah. No, I was like, yeah. So you do the wisest thing to handle the situation.
Stomp them out.
The goblins look at Glix. Glix looks at them, and they kind of murmur to each other, and they look at you guys, and Glix suggests to them to just take the body and go with the runner back to where the other goblins are. Do any of
Burn
you
this
stop them?
body.
Oh, that body wasn't filled with anything.
Okay.
It had
They're
slash
taking the
marks and
sheriff's
everything.
body.
Yeah, they're taking the
sheriff.
sheriff's
Okay.
body, and they're going to follow the runner all the way back to the rear, is what I was saying, unless you all stop them.
No. Take sheriff out of here.
Um,
All right, he takes
I
sheriff
turned to
out.
Rini and I'm like, are we forming a goblin war party or something? Are we gonna be leaders of goblins?
I'm starting to. It feels that way. I'm not gonna lie, it's starting to feel that way, but I really hope not.
Scary thing about it is we've only run into male goblins, which is kind of creepy.
Oh yeah, you think?
Right,
Where
yeah,
are
they
all
got
the females? Obviously, there aren't any females working. So where are all? Probably still
do you
back in
even
the
know the difference, or did you even bother to check if any of them were, or you just assume
Nope.
they're all?
Assumption for the win.
Nah, I mean, they no, they unless I wanted to go backtrack and check y'all's perception each time, we'll just stick with the fact that currently there has been none, and maybe it's because they're at home or whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares? We could just take that knowledge and go, bloop, bloop, unnecessary. The
Dear
I was just
GM,
trying to
goblin.
make a joke.
you know, no, I love it. That's why I'm just like, let's. The
GM, what
we
is
went
up
as
with the
far.
orange line?
I'm sorry, what?
What's up with the circle and the orange line going everywhere?
I shh, hold on. I will. I'm glad you asked. You all can't see the line.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Um,
Thank you for clarity.
now,
Maybe get along.
the The goblins, as they passed, they took the sheriff's badge off and they tossed it at you. And now you're with Glix, and you notice that Jared Luth and Zish are missing. Pause. Jared Luth and Zish. Hi. Now onto your scene. Let's make sure this is off. There we go. Now I can see the map. Jared Luth and Zish. You see something that at first you recognize illusion. Illusion is there. You're not sure what it is, but your D&D trap sense is tingling, is the best way to put it. What do you two do? Ori, Nemo?
What
It's
does
an
the
illusion.
look like?
Well, that's what do we know about the mechanics of illusions? You have to investigate it in order to disrupt it, in order to. So,
You said we got the feeling that there is an illusion.
Yeah, you got an illusion. So what I was saying is like kind of that. I wonder if it's a trap situation is running through your head because you all saw a glitch in the matrix shit. You're not sure what it was. What do you all do to invest?
Right,
you all
but what do I
investigate it?
see apart from whatever set told me, hey, this feels off?
Well, okay. So let me set the scene then. You're in a dirty tunnel. You see an illusion that's making it just look like regular flooring. Right here. And you two stopped. And those two wandered off because, yeah, you both noticed it at the same time. So now we're going backwards in time for a second to see what you guys did.
I try and pick up a rock to toss in.
All right. Jared Luth. Did Ori walk off thinking message
That the other would take longer?
Yeah. Because if he's talking, I ain't hearing him.
Neither am I.
So, okay, you toss a rock at it. Roll investigation. You disrupt the piece of the illusion enough to see a fuse wire. Roll Arcana. It's definitely fuse wire that you saw that disrupted the illusion temporarily and went right back as if it kind of self camouflaged sort of to the dirt. And this entire the orange line you see is, yeah, where it was. And it's yeah, got to be just something that's an explosive. And it looks like it's going from from left to right when you disrupted the illusion, and then it just vanished. So every time you throw a rock at it, you're able to see it briefly.
I try and strike it with acid splash?
Oh yeah, you could easily do that. You strike it with acid splash. Okay, so you melt you melt a break in the line. It doesn't stop it from being elusive.
Right. Once I think that I've made a break in the line, I'm going to bypass that point and try and grab a hold of the fuse.
Give me a second. I need drawing tool. Freehand. Rotate. Isn't there like a no? There is. All right, so you've made a break in it right between these two lines. These thing work with me. Right here and right here. So that's where you've made the break. Tracking?
Yep.
And what else? So which one do you want, the left or the right?
You said it was burning left to right, correct?
No, it's not. It's not lit.
Oh,
It's just a fuse, and you just broke whatever line it was, but it's not a lit fuse. Where did Ori go?
there we go. You cannot take this action while the game is paused. I walk over to it.
Oh, yeah, just here. Did I unpause it for you?
Nope.
Here,
Yeah.
let me there you go.
So I walk up to it
Okay.
and begin coiling up the line.
Okay. You coil up the line. You get to an intersection. It goes north and south.
I make another break south of me and begin coiling right.
So the split, it's an easy untangle, and it feels like every time you pick it up, the elusiveness turns unelusive as you're wrapping it up. And it seems like every time when another one touches another one, you don't know why it's doing it, but you're able to wrap up the thing. And the minute you stop, you notice that the thing slowly camouflages.
Hey, all I know is I'm collecting a fuse line.
Yes. So do you collect south or north?
I broke it here.
The lead string goes south, and two thinner ones are where you're coming from. So the main strings start to funnel together south, not north. So I forgot to say that.
I want to see what it's going to.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Mind
So
you,
I'm
we're going to
going-
state that what
No.
they were doing up north. Oh, you're going to go north. Okay.
Yep.
All right. You come up across a scene. Let me move them. They aren't right there right now.
Where are we supposed to be?
What this is happening at separate times. So hold on, and I'll explain it. So you, at that moment, you're coming around the corner, and they're dealing with a goblin and all that kind of stuff, and they're trying to do life-saving techniques during that situation. You see the fuse goes over to here, and you could see over here. Roll Arcana. And however, for every 2 points above 25, perfect. I was going to say for every 2 points above 25, 10, Okay, it is clear that right here on this, from where you're angled, while they're trying to they're talking to a goblin, all that stuff. So they're doing fine. They're trying to course. So this is before they ran off to the north to go deal with a different danger. You see dynamite, dynamite would be the best thing, but you don't have a term for dynamite. Explosives surrounding a pillar. Roll me a perception check for common sense. You don't know why, but it's definitely not going to go off from this from what you've wrapped up. So you could.
My reaction is, ooh, explosives, mine.
They're not going to. Okay, so roll me another perception check then.
My character's
But
objective
before you
now
move-
is to harvest finish collecting the.
I need Ori. Okay, we need Ori right now. Where's Ori?
My goal is collect fuse.
Yeah, I know. We
collect
just split the
dynamite.
party. It just split the party again, technically.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good. I don't know why he's not hearing me or anything.
Life. Kind of what?
Well, he didn't say he was running off. It's all good. Shit like that happens. Moving forward. Okay, so you get to here and you hear commotion over here. They're struggling with an issue that's larger than life. You're now kind of involved in that situation. It's clear that this is going to take you a good 10 minutes to unravel, much less anything, because it's intricately placed all around it. And I was trying to get you there. It's like your perception was 9, and then it went lower to even give you that forethought that you're looking at something like, well, I'm going to have to mine all this dynamite off of this type thing, like take your time getting it all. But yes, you get up to it. You got the rope. Getting all that rope is going to take you into their time slot. And so, yeah, I need to find out what Jared Luth did, and if he follows along, cool, we can catch the party back up. But they finished that.
2 options for him to go a different way.
Right. So was there for you.
Right. But I said which
but
way
you
I
did
was going.
Yeah, I know. And I couldn't give you didn't get high enough perception to try to lead you anywhere else. So what was I gonna do? I'm like, well, fuck. Oh well. That's fine. It's how the story rolls, right? It was like, ooh, piece of candy is what your character did.
My character said,
yeah,
this is a fuse.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I've split the fuse. I've split the fuse again. Cool.
Nope.
This area should be safe until the party catches up with me. Now I'm collecting my payment.
Yes. You guys rolled a boulder and you look over and you all see Zish in that time frame. And he is after a bunch of goblins walk by and the deputy, they hand the thing. And then you look up after they hand the star off and you see Zish over there dismantling what looks like sticks on a rock pillar that going around. It's crudely fashioned, but very intricate at the same time. It's like years of a network back closet that people just kept sticking the cords in, and no one bothered to clean it. Kind of Yeah.
Well, then you were
Um,
also hearing me um, muttering under my breath profanities at whoever did this.
Yep. It's like they didn't just put all of them up at once. No, they put them up, then they put more on top of it and just strung more, and then they just tied it, and they just strung more. And so it's Christmas lights that you're trying
No.
to undo.
Either put it all up at the same time, or you don't bother.
Oh no, it's like Christmas lights that have been sitting in the attic for a year and you don't know how they got tangled. And that's the wiring all
So
around
it's
it.
not someone did it, then a week or two later, someone else did more.
Yes, yes, that too as well. Like they didn't bother undoing it; they just added to it, and it's clear. You know what? Roll an investigation because you're and take an advantage. You'd probably you're just spinning your character.
Zoom in. You
You don't have to worry about that. Just click. I'm laughing because you're like over here scrolling your character instead of investigation with advantage. Yeah,
There
it's
you
clear
go.
that this has been going on for years, just adding to it. And the only thing fresh is the one line that's going to it. Um, roll me what kind of skill check do you want to use to undo this, so we can figure out how much time it takes you. And
Patience.
it's more about how much fuse you're going to save because you could obviously just cut through all the fuses and gather it all. But let's see how much, and we'll think of it like hemp rope. What do you want to use? Because it's going to take at least you're going to be here for a while. It's going to take like 2 hours to undo all of it. But you could at least get a whole bunch of sticks that
Kidding
you can
me?
carry with. He's not going to be. He can't carry all of it, but he's going to grab a few. So he's going to take 10 minutes worth, and I'm just seeing how much he got in that time. So
heavy is
what do you
one
want to
stick.
roll? Huh?
About how heavy is one stick?
Well, I'm trying to think of how long it would take for you to get as many as you could and not be wasting time and spending all your time knowing that you could come back and get more. You get what I'm saying? Unless you're just gonna rabbit tunnel here and everybody goes off and you split the party and that's all you do for the next 2 hours. So
What I'm asking
I was gonna
is I pick up uh, how heavy is one stick? That determines how many I'm going to try and get.
Yeah.
So how's this? I'm gonna go use the restroom. You look up how heavy a stick of dynamite is, and that's pretty much what you're looking at. So
Okay.
Dude, I might have a weight of that
I'll be
already
right
in my
back.
inventory. Hello. Hello. No, computer, do what I say. On inventory. Mm. Let's see.
All right, you get your answer.
A pound.
A pound. So how many?
I'm
So
collecting 40 of them.
40 of them. Okay. 40. Let's do an investigation and see how. Do an investigation. Do an Arcana. The investigation is to see if you could how fast you could clip through it. How high your roll is how much time you'll condense, and the Arcana is just skill check to not damage it. So takes you longer than you think. And Arcana.
That puts me into the encumbered. I don't want to do that. 30.
Well,
25. Okay.
25 is fine. Still okay. So I got your how fast you how quick you're able to assess it. Give me an Arcana. Like Christmas bulbs, you cut the wick too quick to get at it, and you're like, I can't salvage this one type thing. Okay, so it's annoying to get done. Roll me a one. You know what? Roll me a 1d6 first. Okay. Roll me a 1d20. Over. So we're gonna say every 2 in 10 minutes you're able to get 20 done. It's 1d6 plus. God, with the noise, who is eating?
I was
Stop
putting
with the bag.
something away.
Stop with the bag. Stop. Please stop with the bag crunching. Whatever the bag was. Whoever was unruffling a bag, just away from the mic, please.
It already stopped.
I know. I'm just letting you know how
Let
loud
it
it
go.
was. You're good. So over 10 minutes, you're able to get 20. Do you want to do it longer? Or are you good?
At this point, I would notice that, hey, there's no one else around me.
Well, no, they would come around the corner after you were 5 minutes in, and they're watching you for the next 5 minutes. And so that's how this whole entire 10-minute span took place. Make sense? Because I was going to state
Anyone gonna
that
say
what they
anything?
did with the rock and all that stuff, well, what they were doing for the rock during that whole 10-minute thing was they were pushing a rock, they were dealing with the goblins, they went from the medical to here. You're talking about, 3, 4, 5 minutes. They start walking around the corner. The goblins are doing their conversation and their collective thoughts and dragging off a body, and the sheriff badge passed. That's about 10 minutes worth of time, easy, 10 to 15. And so you all regroup after the party split. It 15 minutes total time has passed, and you have 20 sticks of dynamite, a camouflage, whatchamacallit?
Fuse.
We were waiting for you to get back because anyways, I'm. It's. Are you able to get back to playing?
Yeah, we're good. Sorry.
Okay. Let's get to Verde Luth real quick because we need to do his 15 minutes of time. You see Zish, and he throws a rock at something over here, and briefly you see a rope like appear and disappear. He calls out that it's a fuse. I need you to roll. He didn't really explain what a fuse was, so I'm pretty much gonna roll an Arcana, and you just need to beat an 8. Okay, you kind of understand what a fuse is real quick. You've seen guns recently. You also have probably seen point being, yeah, the fuse, whatever this fuse line is, he put he splashed some acid on it right here, and then he started coiling it up heading south. What did you do? Did you follow him, or did you just start wrapping up the coil itself going this way?
I'm gonna start wrapping it up going the other way. I'm kind of curious.
Okay. You wrap it up going this direction. You come across two goblins just sitting there. One's picking their nose, the other one's pissing in a corner. They see you, and they're like, and then they go back to pissing and picking his nose when they realize you're not running at them. Unless you want to kill them, that's you.
No, that's gross. I don't want to get dirty.
He's over there pissing in goblin letters on the wall, something. You get to an intersection and it goes left and right.
Ooh, which way? And a few splits right there.
It looks like it's coming from this direction, and it's sort of like this. Okay, yours comes this way, and then yes, it splits off to the left.
I'm gonna keep following mine.
So this would be the main way, main line, subline. Left or so to the character's west is the main line.
All right, let's follow the main line.
All right, you follow the main line. Doing this for about like 2-3 minutes now, if that, or quickly. How fast are you doing this?
Not fast, because I'm trying to keep an eye on making sure I don't set off any traps or fucking kill myself.
Okay. You're wrapping it up, and you get to an intersection. It goes north, west, and south. The main line is south, and it looks like there's 3 lines going into this.
Yeah, we're gonna pause it there, and I'm gonna go up and get the rest of
Okay. You could. Do you want to cut it off and carry it with you?
right there.
All right, so you cut it off right there. Let me. And you're gonna backtrack. You're saying past the pissing goblins.
Yep.
All right. You come back. Put you there, and then the goblins look at you. Do you say anything to him, or you just nothing? You don't say anything to him. You just walk
We're not
by.
gonna. No, not getting dirty.
You don't want them to swap spit with you either. Zish went this direction. Is that which direction you go?
Yep, we're gonna try to figure out where he went.
All right, you get to here, and there's no. You're kicking your feet around, and you see. Roll me a perception check, actually. Not perception, Arcana. And perception. Fuck it, both.
See my trail.
No. I'm thinking about the other, and roll me a perception check.
Oh my god.
Was that perception?
Yeah.
Okay.
Intelligence.
No. You don't know if he went north or south. Roll me an investigation. All right.
My dice hate me at the moment.
No, you're good. Roll odd or even. Odd is north, even is south.
Just 1d6 maybe.
Yeah, anything. Yeah. All right, even. You start over here. You start heading south, and you're kind of figuring out how to find the fuse, and you found a start of a fuse here. Do you start coiling it up again?
No, I'm gonna stick with my original thought that I need to get back to these guys and fill them in so we can go
Okay.
from there.
So
But you
there,
don't know whether they went north or south
yeah,
at this moment. So give me like one.
split it.
Oh, hold on a second. I'm gonna give him all that information. He just hasn't pat. The Arcana was to see if he saw the acid splash. He didn't notice the acid. He didn't make his perception to see your tracks. So he is stuck with going north or south. He came across a fuse. Does that make sense on why he is gonna get lost for like 1 minute? Um,
Yes.
roll me a perception. You need to beat a 5. All right.
Woohoo.
You start going south a little bit. You realize it's wrapping back around because you see ahead of you that intersection where you left a mark. And you decide to turn around and go the other direction. We're still getting the yes, but it was his own journey type thing. And you come across, it's probably been about 5 minutes or so. So you don't see Rennie or Kamars. You see a dead hobgoblin time. You see Zish over here. He's dismantling something. You he tells you it's explosives. Um, do you just watch him and observe watch his back while he does this,
Nope,
or
I'm just gonna keep an eye on his back with my daggers in hand.
cool? Time catches up. A total of 15 minutes have passed. Rennie and Kamars come back around the corner, and he gets 20 of those sticks, and you all have a sheriff badge. And now you have two. You have two main. Well, you have two things right now. Um, the hobgoblin was dead, and the goblins didn't know which direction the sheriff went. You know, there's a fuse going south, and there's noise coming from this direction. You're not sure what it is, and you know that the one main fuse was going south. So, which direction would you decide to go?
Wait, it has an alternate path.
What do you mean?
Is what my character, assuming that you caught me up on this, says.
Yeah, so, remember where you split it off?
Yep.
So I'm just letting you know he hasn't told you that information. You just know that the fuse could go south. Like you went north and found the dynamite. You know that the fuse also went south. Meanwhile, Jared Luth did his whole loop and then came up into this. So it's kind of given knowledge that, and I was just trying to state that you got that fuse that you know there's a fuse still to track, and you hear a commotion coming from the tunnel to the southwest, and you could go to the south. Um, to your immediate west is an outside entrance, which at this point in time would lead back to the top, which isn't where. I mean, you could go there and we'd be wasting 20 minutes me telling you, hey, you went outside and you don't say anything. The sheriff's not here type situation, or that kind of shenanigans. So I was kind of asking, what do you guys want to do at this point? Because there's multiple facets, and you all should probably have that conversation in game instead of. So unpause. You guys have regrouped.
Well, when I was grabbing this fuse, guys, I saw that there was a lot more line going off different directions down ahead.
Okay. Mm.
But it does sound like we've got something going on down the tunnel. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I'm good whichever way. I've got a new toy to whip the human with, and yeah.
Wait, what?
Whips you with an
Yeah.
invisible fuse, like a toilet towel.
Hell yeah, rat tail on him.
Oh. Don't know how I feel about that.
Deviations aside,
Oh. All right. So we've caught them up. All right. Chair's dead. Yada yada. We're still needing to find the retired chair. Then.
my Rockville bracelet.
This obviously started from some point. And I'm guessing those things
Yeah.
back there were not good for our health.
These are great in my hands.
Let's follow it. Follow the fuse.
What do you think, Muscles?
Guy?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just debating on what I want to say.
Oh, my bad.
I honestly don't care. Do you think this fuse thing's gonna hurt us or help us in any way?
Yes.
Let's get more of this
Yeah.
fuse thing.
So let's follow it. Might not have to keep it, but let's follow it.
Why don't we
If
just
we're
light it on
following
fire and
I'm
let it
rolling it up.
happen?
How much does this fuse weigh?
Enough.
So then we're gonna keep going south and we'll see where else this thing leads.
Yeah. I'm in agreement.
Maybe we'll find the source.
Yeah.
Question: how much longer do you guys want to play tonight? Because I don't have. I'm not going to leave till 9 o'clock to get to the last bit of the concert to see Korn and Marilyn Manson and all that stuff.
All right. Yeah.
No, we are
I can
closing
keep
in on my
playing.
time.
Huh?
We are closing in on my time though.
That's what it's getting at. So this will be a good part to stop, unless y'all want to do another 30 minutes easily.
Fine here.
I said we pick it up next weekend. That way I can go get focused on what I was trying to get taken care of.
All right. Then we'll wrap it up here.
Sorry,
we
guys.
left off from what you all last heard was commotions and stuff, and like we're gonna figure out the fuse. And I don't know if Rennie is up in front. Would you stop? You don't even know what you're doing at the moment.
Follow me something.
Okay. Let me give me a second to put you all in
correct order.
Well, what you all probably would have as a correct order, and then tell me whether I'm wrong. You're collecting fuses, and you two know what you're looking for. They don't.
I'll just be in the back protecting the rear.
I mean, I was thinking logically. How about that one? This is just to get, yeah, this is just to get you to this point right here. That way, we know where you all are picking up next week. Is you all went,
Sounds
we're going
awesome.
to trace back the main fuse, see what's going on there. Maybe go a little bit more your goblin tour around the mines under, and yeah. Hope you all had a good night. What'd you think of the
Awesome.
session so far? What'd you think about today? You got through a lot of events.
It's fun with these little mini events and that. That's fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good,
Mini
good. Because
events are fun.
I was trying to do some some of the things I put there. They're not meant for you to really interact with unless you really want to, like the Zorn.
Yeah.
But the ones like the Bugbear, okay. Should I leave enough there for you guys to pick and choose where you want to spend your time because your time's very valuable in this situation instead of, well, let's do everything. So good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Um, good to know. Well, signing out. Until next.
Have a good week, everybody.
Yep.